Good morning, my dear students. Well, this is Nuruddin Safi. I am going to teach you Science of Class 8th, Chapter 7, Conservation of Plants and Animals. Dear students, before I start this chapter, I want to explain few views regarding this chapter, which are very profitable for you. The earth is inhabited. The earth is inhabited by a mind-boggling varieties of living organisms. The earth is inhabited by mind-boggling varieties of living organisms. These are different types of habitats such as forest, desert, mountains, and oceans, in which plants and animals thrive. The richness of plants and animals' life on the earth ensures its well-being. Ensure its well-being. Let's start. Biodiversity. Biodiversity. See, the variety of life in a particular place on the earth or total variety of life on the earth or total varieties of life on the earth is called biodiversity. I'm repeating again. The varieties of life found in a particular place on the earth or the total variety of the life on the earth is called biodiversity. Students, biodiversity is important because ensure the natural sustainability for all life forms. Next, strengthens the ability of living organisms and ecosystems to withstand a natural disaster. Next point, mountains, the balance of nature, protecting natural resources such as water and soil. Next, provide us with a variety of food just because of biodiversity. Provide us with a variety of food. Now students, a little bit difference between plant life and animal life. The plant life and animal life are the plant life and animal life of a habitat are known as the flora and fauna. Flora, flower, plants, fauna and animal. You might remember this. Flora, flowers, flowers in plant. So flora indicate for plants and fauna indicate for animals. Repeating again, the plant's life and the animal life of a habitat are known as flora and fauna. Respectively, there are certain species of plants and animal that are found only in a particular place, particular region. Such species are called endemic species. Endemic species. For example, as the Asiatic lion. The Asiatic lion found in and around Gir, G-I-R, Gir, Forest National Park, Gir, Forest National Park of Gujarat. The lion tail macaque. The lion tail macaque endemic to the western Ghats of South India. The lemur found on the African island of Madagascar are endemic species. Let's start deforestation. The large-scale destruction of trees to clear forests is called deforestation. It's called deforestation. Repeating again, I am repeating again. The large scale or economical purpose. The large scale or economical purpose, destruction of trees to clear forest is called deforestation. The land cleared is used for various purposes such as to being more land under cultivation for agriculture purpose, pursue wood for buildings, house, furnitures, and to be used as firewood also. Public building, workplace, offices, government offices, schools, hospitals, some other government sector and private sector. These are the purposes to deforestation. Let's start consequences of deforestation. Consequences of deforestation. Deforestation has an adverse effect on the environment. Some of its adverse effects are discussed. Now, deforestation causes soil erosion. The most important cause of soil erosion is deforestation, cutting of trees on a large scale in on an economical purpose. We know that roots of trees hold soil particles together. In the absence of soil, in the absence of roots of trees, soil erodes. Soil erosion is doing continuously. Now I will give you the one most important example of invasive species. Water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is the best example of invasive species. Let's start next topic. Poaching. 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 Students, you know, many animals become victim of poaching. Unscrupulous people hunt them illegally for their personal profit. Personal profit. Body part of certain animals are used in traditional medicines. For example, tiger bone are believed to have medicinal value. Bone of tiger are believed to have medicinal value. Animals such as elephant are killed for their tasks, while many other animals such as deer and alligator are sought after for their skin. So many animals. These type of animals, hunting these type of animals for sale and for personal use, personal profit, that is called poaching. P-O-A-C-H-I-N, poaching. Next point is natural disaster. Natural disaster such as flood, earthquake, cyclones and volcanoes also affect the biodiversity of that particular region, of a region where these natural phenomena occur, natural disasters occur. Next point, endangered and extinct species. Endangered, danger zone, which are about to come in danger zone. Endangered zone and extinct species. Listen. The mangrove are, I will explain. First mangrove is extinct species, threatened species, vulnerable species, endangered species, rare species. So there are only three main species. First extinct, second threatened, third rare species. Rare means rare, कहीं कहीं मिलते हैं. Let's start extinct. Species that no longer extinct anywhere on the earth are said to be extinct species. For example, dodo, the best example, dodo, Tasmania wolf, and so on. Let's start. And the Indian cheetah is about to extinct. Today is not extinct, but it about to extinct. So the Indian cheetah has become extinct in India due to excessive hunting. Next step, threatened species. When a species faces difficulties, if they are in danger zone, they face the difficulties in its habitat. There is no food for surviving, there is no shelter for in forest, there is something problems create behind it, or in front the life. So they comes in threatened species, decline drastically if urgent measures are not taken to protect the species. It may be at risk of becoming extinct, or threatened species may be classified as vulnerable, endangered, or critical endangered. Vulnerable, processing, endangered, and critical endangered. These three threatened species are further divided into three categories. Vulnerable, example, these are the species that are declined but still have sufficient number of individuals in their natural habitat. Musk deer is the best example of vulnerable. Musk deer, santha, spotted deer, and black buck are the few examples of vulnerable disease. Let's start endangered species. Asiatic lion and the great Indian bustard are some example of endangered species which are about to coming in danger. Let's start next one, rare species. Rare means barely. They are located in certain geographical area and exhibit scattered population considering the global environment. Thus, their overall population in the world is small in figure. These species may enter into the category of vulnerable or endangered species. Indian elephant, wild buffalo and Asiatic wild are few examples of this category, rare species. Let's start. Next point, lower risk. In this category includes species that are not in immediate danger of becoming extinct. I'm repeating again. The category the category includes species that are not in immediate danger of becoming extinct. Okay, next point. Let's start conservation. It is important to protect the health of the natural world and prevent further loss of biodiversity. This prevention and careful management of plant and animal species in order to prevent their extinction is called conservation. We should take measures to conserve our forest and oceans to protect the flora and fauna present. First one, protected area. See, zones that are rich in biodiversity are declared as protected area. I'm repeating again. Various national and international organizations work together to measure nature. Zones that are rich in biodiversity are declared as protected areas. In India, there are 769 protected areas which include national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, conservation reserves, community reserves and marine protected areas also. They are spread over 1,62,7,249 square kilometer, covering 4.93% of the country. Let's start National Park. It is an area noted for its animal and plants life. No human activity permitted include the national park. There are 103 national parks in India. How many? 103 national parks in India. The Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand is India's first national park, which was established in 1936. When was established? It was established in 1936. Let's start wildlife sanctuaries. It is an area earmarked for the purpose of protecting, propagating or developing wildlife or its environment. Human activity is limited in such areas. India has 543 wildlife sanctuaries, which include tiger rivers set up by Project Tiger, very famous project Tiger in wildlife sanctuary. The efforts have yielded fruit, and the tiger population is established to cross 3,000 tigers in 2000 AD. There are 50 tiger rivers in India. There are 50 tiger reserves in India. Some of them are the Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand. The Jim Corbett in Uttarakhand. Kanha in Madhya Pradesh. Manas in Assam, Ranthambore in Rajasthan, sanctuaries, Sundarban in West Bengal, and Taboba in Maharashtra. Conservation reserves and community reserves. Let's start. These are buffer zone or migration corridors between established national park, wildlife sanctuaries and reserves, forests. Trivandrum Conservation Reserves in Tamil Nadu is the first such conservation reserve, which was established in 2005. Let's start next point, biosphere. Biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves is an area where I'm repeating it. Biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserve is an area where the flora and fauna, as well as the traditional lifestyle of the tribal communities, traditional lifestyle of tribal communities living in the region are protected. It serves as a reference point for scientists. who monitoring and cultivate charge in national ecosystem. National ecosystem. There are 18 biosphere reserves in India. How many biosphere reserves in India? There are 18 biosphere reserves in India. The Great Run of Kutch in Gujarat. The largest biosphere reserves in India. Let's start. Forest reserves. Forest reserves is a forested land where activities such as hunting and grazing are banned. In some protected forest, communities living on the fringes are allowed to earn their livelihood from forest production. Next point, marine protected areas. It is a protected area of a sea, ocean, estuary of large lake. Zoological park or zoo. In zoo animals are housed. In zoo animals housed in enclosures and displayed to the public. Zoo increase awareness about endangered animals and undertake breeding programs for rare and endangered animals. The last point of this, botanical garden. Botanical garden, it is a garden established to conserve rare and threatened plants species. The Royal Botanical Garden, Kew in London, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with a collection of over 40,000 species of plants. Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose, Indian Botanical Garden. Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose, Indian Botanical Garden near Kolkata is the oldest and longest one of its kind in India. Students, let us start new point. Conservation of forest and wildlife. Conservation of forests and wildlife. We should take steps to conserve our forests and flora and fauna. We should take steps to conserve our forests, to protect flora and fauna. First point, restrict the felling of trees in forest. Restrict the felling of trees in forest. Second, prevent forest fire. Prevent forest fire. Next, plant trees in barren areas. Plant trees in barren areas. Protect trees from pests and diseases, removing infection trees, infected trees removed from there. Protect forest from overgrazing. These are the conservation of forest and wildlife. With the help of these points, we can conserve our forest and wildlife also. We should take steps to conserve wildlife. Prevent deforestation to conserve habitat of wild animals. Prevent the population of forest and ocean. Implement strict laws to prevent the hunting and endangered species of animals. Prevent poaching and traveling of animals. Product. Encourage eco-tourism through nature camp and so many others to our rest. These are the big steps. Let's start conservation of law. Conservation laws. See, conservation law. The Indian government has established laws which ensure the protection of our forest, wealth and wildlife. The Indian Forest Act 1927. The Indian Forest Act 1927 and the Forest Conservation Act 1980 are laws for protecting forest land and forest regions. Wildlife, the first act defined 3 categories of forest. The second act is to checking deforestation, caused by the conservation. Conservation of forest lands to non-forest purpose. The Wildlife Protection Act 1972 created protection areas to conserve plants and animal species. The National Forest Policy 1988 and the National Environmental Policy 2006 laid down guidance for the government regarding environmental management. Conservation organization, there are so many conservation organizations. First one, Wildlife Fund for Nature, WWFN, Worldwide Fund for Nature. Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWFN. Worldwide Fund for Nature. Bombay National History Society. The Bombay National History Society, founded in 1983, it is one of the largest non-governmental organization in India involving in biodiversity conservation and biodiversity research. The Wildlife Trust of India, another organization, Wildlife Trust of India. Let's start. Migration. Migration. The large scale movement of animal from one place to another place and then back again to their original habitat is called migration. I'm repeating again. The large scale movement of animals from one place to another place and then back again to their original habitat is called migration. Animals migrate in search of food, water, shelter and breeding place. These are also very important to migrate the animals. Students, you might have heard so many in the Wildlife Sanctuary channel, Wildlife Sanctuary channel, and other some zoos channel which are related to animals, wildlife animals. So many animals in a group, they migrate from one place to another place to search the food, to search the partner, and to search the breed, and to search the water. These are the very, very common things. That's why they migrate from one place to another and come back again their original place. You might have heard one, if you are from Eta, you might have heard one thing, Siberian crane, which comes from represent to Eta, Patna Pakshi Vihar. So very famous in UP, Patna Pakshi Vihar. They migrate from there to here. Millions, very far away. That place is very far away. So they migrate. These things, these are very, very important things to breed and to survive the life. That's why this chapter is finished. Over. Thank you. Bye bye.